Hello and welcome to Learn Piano in Your Car, podcast number 3. Today we are going to talk about the note, one single note, middle C. Now middle C is not magical, it's not even special, it's simply the C in the middle or closest to the middle of your own keyboard or piano. Some people actually talk about middle D. I prefer to talk about middle C as a reference point, but there's nothing wrong with middle D. As you can imagine, middle D is right beside middle C. No surprises. As I said, it's not magic. It's actually quite straightforward and common sense. If you can now start to visualize the two black notes in the middle of your piano, D is right in between the two blacks and middle C is to the left of the two blacks. The reason I prefer to think about middle C is because when you start to look at sheet music, and if you can visualize just now sheet music, there are 5 lines. You'll have a treble clef or a bass clef, and if you can't visualize this just now, just have a look when you're at home. There is a treble clef or a bass clef at the beginning of, or set upon a block of 5 lines. Now the 5 lines are called a stave, S-T-A-V-E. In some places a staff, S-T-A-F-F. It's the same thing. Middle C in a treble clef is located underneath at the bottom of those 5 lines on a little line all of its own, which is called a ledger line. And in the bass clef, the same note, middle C, is located above the 5 lines on a little line called a ledger line all of its own. So I prefer to use middle C right from the beginning of your piano journey, because it's easy to correlate that back to when you start to learn to read the music. Middle C in the treble clef is underneath the stave, and in the bass clef it's above the stave. So I just find that students can work that out more easily. Middle C, if you can imagine then, you're sitting at your keyboard, you want to have middle C right in line with your belly button. So that's horizontally and vertically. Vertically? That's not even a word. Vertically. So horizontally, like that, middle C and your belly button. Oh dear, I can't even speak this morning, sorry. Middle C and your belly button should be horizontally in line. Okay, that's your first point. And vertically, your belly button should also be at the same height as the keyboard middle C. Okay, so you would need to adjust your seat. If you have an adjustable seat, easy, but you may need to put cushions on it or something to get yourself to the right height. So horizontally and vertically, your belly button in line with middle C. And so you can visualize that just now. Can you see middle C with the 2 black notes to the right of it? And also, I want you to imagine sitting down at your piano. You might imagine that you're sitting, well, what kind of seat can you imagine you're sitting on? And I want you to imagine moving your arms up or your hands up and down the keyboard from that position that you can visualize. If you have chosen a seat with arms on, you're going to find it quite hard to move your hands up and down the keyboard because your elbows will keep bumping into the arms on the chair. So what's your next point? Choose a chair that does not have arms on it, a seat that does not have arms on it. And next thing, when you're visualizing yourself with your hands moving up and down the keyboard, imagine your left hand going right up to the top of the keyboard, so it's going across in front of you and you're having to reach up to the top. Now you will find that really hard if you're sitting too close to the keyboard. So this is the next point. Make sure that you are at least 12 to 18 inches away from the keyboard. So take your seat, make yourself comfortable, make sure you're vertically and horizontally in line with middle C. Take your seat, 12 to 18 inches away. Are you comfortable? Now move back another 3 inches, and that will be the best position, because we always think we're far enough away, and 99% of the time we're not. You need a good distance between you and the keyboard in order to allow your hands to move up and down the keyboard without your body getting in the way, and without the armrests on the chair getting in the way. If you're too low, your hands will be like this on the keyboard. If you're too high, they'll be like this. So horizontally, your belly button in line. Okay, I've been Carol Brotherson. This is Learn Piano in Your Car. And if you are enjoying this, you can get some free resources from my website. I think it's join newsletter or join for free resources, I can't remember. You just have to put your email address in and you'll have a 7-day piano reset pack of resources. That is on www.perfectpiano.org.uk. And the other thing I think is quite fun, you can email me any questions you want and I'll answer them on the podcast. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. And anything at all about piano, if you're a beginner, a restarter, or if you've been learning for a while and you're getting yourself in a pickle with the amount of resources available, any question, bring it to me. And it'll be relevant to the folks out there who are in the same position as you. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Oh, if you're emailing me, it's info@themusicroom.org.uk. Bye just now.